TotallyTaniya, and I am back with another video. Welcome to another segment of Dear Black Girl, the side of my channel where I share lessons and confessions of my college journey to help other Black girls survive and thrive their college journey. Now, make no mistake, any and everybody can watch and listen to this video and comment down below. We do not discriminate over here, okay? So, with that being said, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. Also, hit the bell for post notifications so that you are notified every time I post a new video. So today's Dear Black Girl video is going to be on mental health. Now, as you guys can see by the title, we are going to be talking about how mental health is important and how you can prioritize your mental health. To start out, I have a little notebook. So if you guys see me like looking down or anything like that, I also have my iPad with me. So if you see me looking down, I'm just referring to any notes that I may have so that I don't miss any gems that I want to give to you all. So the first thing we're going to talk about is why your mental health is important. The first thing I would say is mental health is important because mental health is self-care. Prioritizing your mental health is self-care. A lot of times when we think of self-care, we think of everything on the outside. You know what I'm saying? Your hair, your nails, your makeup, your lashes, whatever the case may be. I prioritize those things as well, but I have come to learn that if this isn't right and this isn't right, then the other stuff low-key don't matter. Like, you eventually, like, that stuff is going to fall off too, because you're going to be depleted up here and here. Your energy is going to be low. Everything's going to be low. You know what I'm saying? So prioritizing your mental health is self-care, ladies. Especially first going off to college. You're in a new environment. You're around different people. Things are going to happen. Life is going to happen. And so you always need to know that your mental health is important. If you're going through something, utilize your resources. Talk to people. You know what I'm saying? Those things are important. I know here at FSU, we actually have a counseling center where they offer therapy to the students, which we are going to get to later on in the video. Prioritizing mental health is also breaking generational curses, you guys. That is also why it is important. As a woman of color, our community, especially the Black community, we have gotten better, but mental health has been a huge stigma. As soon as you tell somebody you're going to therapy or anything like that, or you're feeling some kind of way or something's off, you know, they immediately say pray about it, or you know what I'm saying, they dismiss it, nothing's wrong with you, or they tell you, you know, you're cool for Cocoa Puffs for going to therapy, you know, regardless of something, you know what I'm saying. It's either they dismiss it or they make it out to be something that it's really not, you know what I'm saying. And I just think that we've gotten better, you know, our generation, my generation has definitely gotten better at, you know what I'm saying, having the conversation and, you know what I'm saying, creating the dialogue so that we can be educated and so that we don't have those responses when people come to us and say that they're struggling or that they just need a little prep up, or they feel like there's some trauma that they need to, you know what I'm saying, heal from. You know, I also took the liberty of doing some research. And an article posted by the Psychiatric Times, this article was done in 2021, which means the research is probably from a little bit earlier in the times or whatever, but still a relatively new article. And it states, women experience depression at rates twice that of men. So that's women in general. However, Black women are only half as likely to seek care than white women. So that just gives you guys a little context as to how we still need to have these conversations and how, you know, we still need to work on taking care of ourselves as Black women. Apart from that, we want to go into how have I prioritized my mental health? A lot of times people don't seek help or don't, you know what I'm saying, go out of their way because they simply don't know how, or everything feels so extreme or they feel uncomfortable. So one of the things that I have done myself, which I mentioned earlier in the video, is go to therapy. You guys, I went to therapy for a semester, and I do not regret it. I think it was very much needed, and I will continue that journey. I have not been doing it, you know, as of late, but in the future, I will go back and continue that because I think that it taught me a lot. I had to have a lot of tough conversations with myself, with my therapist, with my parents, with, like, you know what I'm saying? I had to have a lot of tough conversations, with which I felt like was so much to be so young at 21. But I'm grateful that I did it. Those tough conversations with myself led to learning how to take accountability. You know what I'm saying? As you grow and as you get older, you learn how to take accountability. And the more you do it, the more comfortable you are with doing it. But taking accountability is hard, so that's why I say that that's something that I also learned how to do, and I'm still learning. Another thing, you know, that I want to mention about my therapy journey is it was a lot of tears. I did cry a lot, okay? And I think that that's just something that you're going to do when you're having those tough conversations and you're opening up old wounds and you're having to dig through those deep dark places in your mind, or those situations that you buried. You know what I'm saying? You have to bring that up again. And so I cried a hell of a lot. If you go to FSU, you know, we have a bagel place called Einstein's. I love me some Einstein's, okay? And I would go there after therapy and I would drink my coffee, eat my bagel, and I would literally cry. I didn't give a damn who saw me, okay? And if you did see me, just keep walking, okay? Sister girl was dealing with some stuff. I was, you know what I'm saying, I was trying to get myself together. But again, it was all worth it, you know what I'm saying? And I do recommend that to you guys if you want to, if you go to FSU or if your university offers those services, please take advantage of them. Another thing that has helped me with my mental health is focusing on my faith. Now, I know I said a lot of times people dismiss it with church, with religion, with, you know what I'm saying? But for me, my faith did help. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't told to me to do that. It's just that that's what I know. I know to pray. I know to go to church. I even have a prayer journal that my mom gave me a while back. And I would literally sit and I would write. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I remain connected to God. If you guys feel comfortable or you're not as big into your faith as you maybe should be or as you want to be, I suggest that that is something, you know what I'm saying, that will also help you with your mental health. Not necessarily going to church, but just building a relationship with God. The Bible, it does talk about, you know, depression and some of the little things that, you know what I'm saying, was going on. Mental health, we think it's something new, but it's not. It's really not. There are, you know, chapters or verses in the Bible that does reference depression and mental health and different things like that. So yes, please work on your faith, you know, and get more into your faith, because when you're crying and you're shedding those tears as you're going through your therapy journey or as you're going through your healing journey, you know what I'm saying, that is something that will keep your spirits up. Another thing that I do again is prioritizing self-care. Now this is also like the physical part as well, and the mental part, you know. But self-care to me are doing things that also make me happy. So I have started going on solo dates. This is something that was recommended to me by my therapist. So getting dressed, going on solo dates, I think I have a picture from me on a solo date. I'll probably insert it up here somewhere. But yeah, get dressed, take yourself out, spend time with you, get to know who you are, you know what I'm saying, outside of school, outside of friends, outside of relationships, outside of family, get to know you, spend time with you. The thing that I love to do is take baths, hot baths, even hot showers will work, but baths, just sitting in there, bubble bath, Epsom salt, candles lit, listening to music, to podcasts, whatever the case may be. Yeah, just spending that time, that quiet time, it definitely helps. Also, cleaning. I feel like when I was going through therapy, sometimes my room would get it would get messy, and it was because I was in a process of dealing with my mess. um but I noticed that when my space is clear, it helps me to clear my mind. My space is clear, I feel better. So I learned that cleaning and keeping my space tidy definitely helps, and I found that to be self-care. Another thing that I do often, if you guys follow my Instagram at TotallyTaniya _, you'll find that I write poetry. And so a lot of times, I'm a big thinker. Sometimes I'll be out somewhere and my friends will be like, what are you looking at? Like what's going on? And I will be so up in here. And so I've learned that writing poetry allows me to get whatever's going on up here out, on paper or on a computer screen. And that helps me to declutter everything that's up here. And it also helps me to get out whatever I'm feeling, whether that's anger, whether that's frustration, whether that's resentment, whether that's sadness, whether that's hurt, whether that's disappointment. I can get all of those things out. I will be publishing a poetry book soon, so you guys stay tuned for that. I believe I mentioned it before. I know, guys, it takes time, but I promise you it is coming. I'm not giving up on that particular dream. That is going to happen. So yes, those are just some examples of what I do to take care of myself in the physical and a little bit in the mental as well. And those are the things that help me self-soothe, which is another part of mental health. Self-soothing, knowing what makes you happy, knowing what lifts your spirits. Another reason why you should prioritize your mental health is because your journey can impact others. Yes. So since I have went to therapy and I have shared that with, some of my family and friends, 2 of my friends are now in therapy. One is doing group, the other is doing solo sessions, which is what I did. And I just say that to say, you never know who's watching your journey. It might be hard, it might be tough, it might, seem like I should have never done this. What was I thinking? It might seem that way, but you never know who's watching you and who's saying, dang, if she's doing that, maybe I can do it. She's doing that, so maybe I should do it. You never know who's watching, who you're motivating, who you're inspiring. You just never know. So take that chance. Not only could it help the other person who's sitting right next to you, or your friend, your sister, or some random person who you were just talking to on campus, but this is also for you. This is going to benefit you in the end. Just keep that in mind when you're second guessing your healing journey or prioritizing your mental health or whatever the case may be. Keep that in mind. That is pretty much all I have for you guys today. If there was something I missed, you guys know you can always put it down in the comments below, and depending on what it is, I'll probably make another video about it, or just to discuss it further. Another thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about, if you are into podcasts, which I mentioned earlier, Therapy for Black Girls, they have an Instagram page, which I'll probably put in the description. But they also have a podcast called Therapy for Black Girls, the podcast. There's Brown Girl Self-Care Podcast, Cultivating Her Space, Affirmations for Black Girls, and Woman Evolve. Those are just some of the examples of podcasts that I'll listen to sometimes, just to get another perspective. If you feel like jumping into therapy is too much, you just want to take it slow, I suggest listening to a podcast, figuring out which one works for you. These are just some examples, for you guys, because that is what I am here for, okay? And again, that is all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video with your mom, with your sister, with your coach, with your cheer friends, with your whoever. Okay, your teammates. And I will see you guys in the next video. Mwah.